Joy Guru. Today I would like to discuss how to give up unnecessary greediness over food, or you can say how to get rid of unnecessary food addiction, or how to get rid of gluttony. You know gluttony? Glutton means a person who has unnecessary food addiction, unnecessary fondness of food, overeating, you can say. Now, Sree Thakur Anukul Chandra has given a very new solution. Now, once a person came to Sree Thakur and he submitted his problem like this. He said, "Oh Thakur, I have immense greed on food. Whenever I used to eat, I eat in heavy amount. I cannot simply resist it. And as a consequence, maldigestion occurs frequently." This was the problem of this person. Now, this is not an isolated case. This problem existed before, and very many people suffer from this problem. Actually, from the question, or you can say from the submission of this person, we can understand that he knew that overeating is bad and it has caused problems to him. But in spite of that, he could not give up this bad habit. He could not get rid of from this bad habit. Now Thakur has given a very new solution, or you can say he has given a new prescription of this problem. And no matter whether you are a devotee of Sree Thakur Anukul Chandra or not, or whether you believe in the existence of God, or whether you have no faith on religion, spiritualism, doesn't matter. All these simply doesn't matter, because the prescription of Sree Thakur, I think, is applicable to one and all over the world. And I should request you to think what he has said, judge it, and if you find any science or any reason behind his statement, then you accept it. And I would like to leave the entire thing to your own discretion. Now, you see, Thakur has said that you better take small quantity of food, but frequently, more frequently. Means that you should divide your amount of food in several parts and take it in several times. And he further added that you should tell the person who serves you to give or provide less amount of food. That is, and you should not eat heavy amount of food at one go. At one go means at one sitting. That is, you can take it, but in several times. That is, you should divide this. These are the suggestions of Sree Thakur. Though he has added something more, that on that I will come later on. But regarding these three recommendations, that is, you should take small amount of food, but more frequently. That is, you try to increase the period of your time of taking food, but don't take heavy amount of food at one go, that is at one sitting. Now the science behind this suggestion is possibly understandable because you see our hunger, we feel our hunger because of the center. There is a center present in our brain. When it triggers, then we feel, you see, hunger. And when we eat, after certain amount of food, that center of our brain will satisfy, and then this will signal you not to take more. But if you take, you see, small amount of food, and if you chew it for a prolonged period, then this process in turn will excite that center of your brain, and you see, it is possible that with less amount of food, that center will be satisfied. This is the science behind these suggestions. But he has added something more, which I think something unheard of. What is that? You see, he has stated that greed over food, you see, would diminish if you feed others in front of you with your entire satisfaction. This is a very strange recommendation, one may think. But remember, so he has attached 3 conditions. Number 1, you should feed others. Number 1. Number 2, you should feed others in front of you. And number 3, you must get pleasure while you feed other people. You see, he has also added that if you can grow addiction to feed others, then your addiction to food would automatically diminish. This prescription, I should say, something unheard of. You see, there is a science behind this. You see, that this person knew that overeating is bad and it has caused several problems, but still he could not get rid of, you see, of these vices, I should say, of this. That means he had no control over this overeating. This is not, again I should say that this is not the isolated case of this person's only. Actually, very many people suffer from this problem. And the remedy, I should say, is this. As a matter of fact, this is a problem mostly of psychological nature. You see, this is not actually his physical need. So, this problem comes under the domain of applied spiritualism. Sister Thakur Anukul Chandra, you see, has, I should say, advocated more of applied spiritualism rather than theoretical aspects of spiritualism. So therefore, we should remember the spiritualism, in essence, I should say in a word, means selflessness. So therefore, you see, he has stated or he has recommended this suggestion or this solution because he has tried to psychologically manipulate this person, because this is purely a psychological problem, not actually a physical problem. As a matter of fact, most of our problems are of psychological nature rather than of physical nature. This problem is almost entirely, you see, of psychological nature, and quite naturally he has psychologically manipulated this theory. And I should say that this is also a science. It is very much a science because it has worked. Since it has worked, you see, on those days, it will work on today also. So therefore, what is that? That is, what is the science behind it? As I have told you, that when a person, you see, overeats, it means a kind of selfishness. So the remedy of this problem lies in selflessness. Because when you feed others, that at your own cost means that you are sacrificing something. That is a kind of selflessness. And you must feed in front of him. You must feed him, or you can say them, in front of you. And you must get pleasure, that is with your entire satisfaction, that the other people, you see, get satisfaction, you see, through feeding of foods, and seeing or watching this scenario, you should get enjoyment, you should get satisfaction, I should say, satisfaction. So three conditions are attached. You see, definitely you cannot do it, you see, on one day. Through sustained practice, it is very much possible that you can achieve this. And he has, as I've told you, that he has stated that if you can grow addiction to feed others, then your addiction to food would automatically diminish. So therefore, the more you feed others, the more your addiction to food would diminish. That means that, you see, it is directly proportional. The relationship is directly proportional. This is what is spiritual science. Actually, applied spiritualism, you see, has got science behind it. And if you think that it will work and it has a science, then please, you see, you can implement this suggestion. And if you think that his suggestions or his recommendations have some science behind it, some reasons behind it, then only you should take it. I would definitely leave all these things to your own discretion. And last but not the least, for those people who, you see, who have faith in religion, or who believe in the existence of God, and who pursue, for example, who pursue in the path of bhakti yoga, that means the person who has taken, you see, a holy person as guru or mentor, for them there is an addition. For them there is an addition. What is that? That is those, you see, people, if they can grow attachment, if they can grow addiction, if they can grow, you see, more and more attachment to his ishto. Ishto means guru or mentor. And if you can grow a cohesive urge, you see, to his ishto or for his ishto, then, you see, small quantity of food is enough to make him, you see, to enable him to remain fit and hardy. It is possible. This is also a spiritual science, applied spiritualism actually. You see, there is a science behind this. And this small amount of food, as I have told you, you see, this person can work hard. And not only that, that means, again, you should see that it is again a kind of selflessness. That is, you do works for, not for yourself, but for your guru. That means for other people. So therefore, it is also a kind of selflessness. As I have told you, spiritualism is all about selflessness. In a word, it is so. Even if a person doesn't believe in the existence of God, still, if he is benevolent, if he works for others, then if he, you see, if he works for others, if he does selfless works, then also it is possible. But regarding this problem, you need to, you see, you need to feed others in front of you with your entire satisfaction. That is, you must get pleasure, you must get, you see, happiness by watching that other people, you see, are enjoying by, you see, by taking your food. This is something very new, but it works. And I would like to end my discussion with his words, I should say, that live in love. Joy Guru.
নমস্কার, এই ভিডিওটি যদি আপনাদের ভালো লেগে থাকে তাহলে অনুগ্রহ করে লাইক বাটনটি প্রেস করবেন। এই ভিডিওটির বিষয়ে যদি কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে তাহলে আমাদের কমেন্ট বক্সে যে কমেন্টে জানাবেন এবং এই ধরনের ভিডিও আরও পেতে আমাদের চ্যানেলটি অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন।